I love the environment because all the nature and all the habitats.
I like the environment because you can explore and there's always new things you can find. I like the environment because of the animals.
I like being out in nature because I think it's one of the beautifulest things I've ever saw.
Pennies for the Planet is a great way for kids to get engaged with conservation. Here are 3 real-life projects: protecting puffins off the Maine coast, protecting wildlife of threatened wetlands in South Carolina, and we've got the pronghorns and the sage grouse and the sage habitat of the West. These are projects that kids can relate to, and by making their contributions, they can begin putting their thinking and their actions toward conservation. It's an easy thing for kids to do because it's working with pennies, which they can find around their homes.
As a middle school teacher, I really like teaching kids about the environment. I like the idea of Pennies for the Planet because asking kids to bring in money for a fundraiser can sometimes be a hardship, but pennies is something that you really can say everybody can do. So I like the idea of kids just finding pennies that, you know, might otherwise not get spent on something and giving it to a good cause.
It's important to get the little kids involved. And when you get them interested when they're younger, they just want to keep learning more and more and more.
Pennies for the Planet is really important, and we're so excited that they chose the sagebrush steppe in Wyoming to be one of the first projects. Because one, it brings awareness to an ecosystem that many people in the nation don't really know about and can appreciate, so it brings it right into the classroom for kids to experience. We need wild places like this. We need to be able to get away from the cities and enjoy the outdoors and enjoy the wildlife. And so it's up to our kids to bring it forward.
Pennies for the Planet is important because it gets kids in the schools really involved in protecting habitat, gets them thinking about how they can help conserve birds and conserve wildlife. These days, less and less kids are getting outside. We have more and more kids that are inside, playing video games, watching TV, helping them build a connection to the environment is very important for the future, for having them as stewards for our planet.
Participating in Pennies for the Planet will allow them to feel an ownership and over a change in our world, to really feel as though they can make a difference beyond just our local area. Joining in Pennies for the Planet allows them to see that small change can result in larger change, literally and figuratively.
I did participate in Pennies for the Planet. I got my pennies from my mom.
You get to learn how to save the planet just in a fun way.
When kids get involved, it shows that they can make a difference.
The Pennies for the Planet program is a success because of you.